This is an important video for international students whose programs include work experience as part of their studies. The content of this video has been developed in compliance with the Canadian Immigration and Refugee Protection Act, IRPA, as well as IRCC rules and policies. The information is not intended to constitute legal advice, and information may change without notice. Always refer to the IRCC website for the most up-to-date information or contact your international student advisor at Conestoga College. This is an example of a co-op work permit. Let's take a step-by-step look at all of the components of this document to help you understand the information that it provides. Your name and address appear at the top left corner of the co-op work permit. Be sure to confirm that this information is correct. The co-op work permit number appears at the top right corner of the document. It starts with the letter U. Each co-op work permit has a distinct document number. Below the permit number is the application number. It starts with the letter S. Each time the IRCC processes a new application, the applicant receives a new application number. All documents related to that application will have the same number. If you applied for the co-op work permit at the same time as your study permit, the application number should be the same on both documents. If you applied for the co-op work permit separately, the application number will be different. Below your application number is your Unique Client Identification Number, or UCI. This is a unique number assigned to you, and it will never change. It is the same unique number that appears on your study permit. Your UCI will appear on all official documents and correspondence from the IRCC. This section contains your personal information. Be sure to confirm that everything here is correct and accurate. If any information in this section is incorrect, contact your international student advisor immediately. This is the expiry date of your co-op work permit. Your co-op work permit must be valid for the entire duration of your work placement. If the duration of your work placement extends beyond the expiry date of your co-op work permit, be sure to apply for an extension before your co-op work permit expires. You are not permitted to continue with your work placement if your co-op work permit has expired, unless you have applied for an extension prior to the expiry date. If your co-op work permit has expired and you've already applied for an extension, you may continue working at your placement until the IRCC decides on your extension application. This is called maintained status. If your co-op work permit has expired and you did not apply for your extension before the expiry date, you must book an appointment with your international student advisor immediately to discuss your next steps. You may need to stop the work placement immediately. What happens if there is a specific employer indicated on your co-op work permit? As a co-op student, Conestoga College is considered your employer. This means that you can work for any company that is accepted by your program's co-op advisor or placement officer at Conestoga College. If your co-op work permit shows the name of a different institution, book an appointment with your international student advisor immediately. You will need to apply for another co-op work permit. What happens if there's a specific location indicated on your co-op work permit? It depends on where the employment location information is displayed on the co-op work permit. If the employment location is only displayed under additional information, you can use the co-op work permit to work in any location across Canada, as long as your work placement is approved by the college and the work is required to complete your program. If the employment location is displayed under conditions or remarks/observations, you can only work at the location specified on your co-op work permit. If your work placement takes place in a different location than the one indicated, you must apply for another co-op work permit. Contact your international student advisor to seek advice in this case. What happens if there is a specific occupation indicated on your co-op work permit? The answer is the same as the one for the location. It depends on where the occupation information is displayed on the co-op work permit. If the location appears only under additional information, you don't need to apply for a change to your work permit. You can work in any occupation as long as the work is required to complete the program and approved by Conestoga College. If the occupation information is displayed under Conditions or Remarks/Observations, you can only work in the specified field. If your work placement takes place in a different field than the one listed on your co-op work permit, you must apply for another co-op work permit. Contact your international student advisor to seek advice in this case.